Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 4 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we do have some unfortunate news to bring to you out of Pitt County, where 2 people died last night in a car crash on Highway 13. Highway Patrol says the crash happened around 8:30 p.m. on US 13 near Staten Mill Road. Now, Pitt County school officials have confirmed to WITN that Gerborius Whitehurst Close was in his senior year at North Pitt High School. Troopers say the 17-year-old was heading north when his vehicle was hit head-on. They tell us Eric Coley, who's 44 years old, was driving south in the northbound lane, was also killed. Now, neither driver was wearing a seatbelt, according to troopers. The Highway Patrol says it is continuing to investigate the circumstances of the crash. Whitehurst Close was a member of the school's football team, playing as a wide receiver and defensive back. And now for some good news. We turn to Jackson, Mississippi, where a sister, Thea Bowman, is on her way to becoming canonized. And our sister station, Rosalind Anderson, WLBT reporter, has more on the story.
She's in the halls of the Vatican, and they will learn a little bit more about our world here.
Bishop Joseph Kopax sets the seals upon the completed investigation into the life of Sister Thea Bowman, a candidate for sainthood in the Roman Catholic Church. A massive Thanksgiving was held, celebrating the closing ceremony of the diocesan phase of the cause of canonization. Over 7 years, more than 15,000 pages were collected of her writings, witness statements, and proof of her service to God.
In our church tradition, we raise up in this world witnesses who were exceptional. We're saying that she lived a life that's worthy of being officially a saint.
The black nun, born in Yazoo City and raised in Canton, was an educator and a musician who spoke to the Catholic Church and world about loving each other during the struggle for equal rights.
He used her to teach us how to praise God.
Sister Thea taught Myrtle Otto at Holy Child Jesus Catholic School in Canton. She chose her to sing alto at a time when it was unheard of seeing an African-American nun.
To be a black nun, to me, it was sacred to me. It was sacred. See, like it was a holy thing that God chose her to come back to do what she had to do to help her people.
Hundreds filled St. Peter's Cathedral to witness the final stages of years of church research. Information that will be sent to the Vatican about a black woman from Mississippi who became a nun at 15. She returned to the state from Wisconsin to serve her community, appearing on national television, encouraging the church and world.
We have gathered all the proofs, whether witnesses and documents, and everything now will be sent to Rome for the study and for what we call the writing of the Positio, which is the final document that will ultimately be presented to the Pope.
5 other African Americans are also being considered for canonization. It could take 4 to 5 years before the Pope makes a decision on whether servant of God Sister Thea Bowman becomes a saint.
Certainly very cool to see again. That was Rosalind Anderson reporting from WLBT in Jackson, Mississippi. Now for some more good news. We've got more sunshine on the way coming up for tomorrow. The problem is that sunshine and warm weather, they're not really going to be coming together until we get to next week. So if you're hoping for the combination of both tomorrow, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we are likely looking at sunny conditions, but cold temperatures coming up for your Friday. We've enjoyed the sunshine so far today. We have had some mid to high level clouds moving overhead, but those clouds really haven't done much for us other than give us some occasional shade. As far as the drought is concerned, we are looking at a severe drought across areas off to the west of Highway 17. East of 17, looking more at a moderate drought, unless you're watching from Carteret County, southern Craven, southern Pamlico, or even southern Hyde County, just kind of the tip there, just in the southernmost portion of mainland Hyde County. Those areas currently abnormally dry. As far as what we're looking at across the east, Neuse River Cam showing again a mix of some sun and some high-level clouds, 53 degrees. Feels like 53 degrees despite a west-northwesterly breeze blowing in at about 10 miles an hour out of the west-northwest. Greenville showing similar conditions, northwesterly wind at 6 miles an hour, air temp in the low 50s, and again, sky conditions looking at, I would say, mostly cloudy in the fact that we've got, again, those thin clouds stretched over the east. But I'm sure most people, when you step outside, probably aren't looking at today thinking, oh, yeah, it's a cloudy day. We've seen enough sunshine today to quantify it as at least a partly to mostly sunny day. Tomorrow, similar story, but colder temperatures. Right now, we are in the I'd say upper 40s to mid 50s throughout most of the east. However, along the coast, we have been quite a bit colder. 43 degrees right now in Elizabeth City, 42 in Oriental, 41 in Hatteras, 39 currently in Manio. Those of you watching along the northern Outer Banks, I feel for you. Probably going to want an extra jacket later on tonight, if not just straight up right now, and you're going to need it through the day tomorrow because air temperatures really not going to be getting too much warmer from today into tomorrow. In fact, they're actually going to be getting colder. We'll see temps drop by about 3, 4, possibly up to around 5 degrees. Now tonight, air temperatures will be in the mid to upper 30s by the time we reach midnight. That will carry us into the upper 20s for tomorrow morning at around sunrise. 7 a.m., 28 degrees. By 8, we're at 30. 34 degrees by 9, marking most of eastern North Carolina's movement above that 32-degree mark. But as we make our way into the afternoon, it's not looking a whole lot warmer. 46 degrees by 1, 48 by 2, 49 at 3, and then we'll start to cool back down again thanks to those steady north-northwesterly winds. Now, of course, we also have Pirate baseball that's going to be opening up coming up tomorrow. Pirates going to be taking on Xavier. First pitch thrown out at 4 p.m. Temperatures by that point, upper 40s under mostly sunny skies. Make sure you grab a jacket, and if you're going to be sitting on the metal bleachers, make sure you also have something to sit on. Otherwise, you're going to be getting pretty chilly pretty quick. As that sun sets, temperatures again are going to be falling. Now, we do have our eyes on a larger system further back towards the west that will be bringing rain to the east over this Valentine's Day weekend. A little bit expected coming up Saturday night. I think most of the rain we're going to be seeing over the weekend is going to move through on Sunday. This is the position of that rainmaker system by the time we get to Saturday morning at 9 a.m. And you'll note that a lot of the rain sits further back towards the west across Missouri, Arkansas, and then even into Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. But look at the cloud cover. Early on in the morning, eastern North Carolina going to be free of clouds. But as we head through the day on Saturday, cloud cover will gradually build, and eventually it will lead to some raindrops coming down as we get into Saturday night into Sunday morning. So if you're maybe going out with your Valentine on Valentine's Day night, make sure you have an umbrella ready just in case the rain starts to fall in your area before you're ready for it to. 62 degrees on Saturday turns to 57 on Sunday, upper 50s on Monday, and then we are looking at the upper 60s to low 70s for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, with the mid 60s showing up by the time we reach next Friday. Well, that's all we have time for today's 4 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back coming up tomorrow morning, starting at 7:10 a.m. with Jim and Gigi. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day.